What can I say? Hello, hello, hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. How's everybody doing today? It's a beautiful day here in the Philippines. We just got done walking. We are walking. Me and Ruth are walking. Omer's walking. We left him at home today because he is a pest. No, he's not. I'm teasing. He's good. What it is, the dogs come after him. So we have a lot of strays. So we have to be kind of careful with that because there's a pack of about 20 in this one area, so there has 4 or 5, and you go up about another 300 feet, there's like 5 or 6 dogs. So it's overwhelming to carry the dog out. Today we're going to talk about something. Ruth says hide. Hide. When she says that word hide, I run to the bedroom and close the door. Why does she tell me that all the time? Why does she tell me to hide? And this comes from Jim. Mentioned this also. My buddy Jim Allner. He mentioned this also, and so a shout out to him for this. And I'm doing this video because he reminded me of this. How many times has your Filipina told you to hide? Ruth has told me so many times, can I count them all the fingers and toes here in where I live in Marama. The reason why they tell you Filipina tells you to hide is because it saves us money, lots of money. I had this aircon installed. Hide. So I went. Not in this bedroom. I went over to the blessing house upstairs and hid. Why did I hide? Because if I was standing here, instead of them charging me $100 to install this, it would have been $300 to install this, or $200 to install this. If they see a white or any kind of foreigner, or anybody with any foreigner at all, no matter what country you're from, you're going to be charged what they call the skin tax. Many times that I've been asked to hide, even in town. We'll go to the store, hey Tom, hide. I get tired of hiding. In fact, it gets to be overwhelmingly horrible. The reason why is because I could be at the market and she sees something she wants. Could be 50 kilo of rice. If I'm standing there, they're going to charge, 1.3, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, or 4.15. Depending on the type of rice. It could be 2,000. If I'm standing there, they'll charge 400 or 500 peso more, no matter how much that rice costs. If I leave, she'll negotiate a deal on that. The sad thing about it, no matter where we go, whether I buy bananas or popcorn or candy or gum or whatever at the store, I'm overcharged. Prime example, we were in a place called Logan. And I went into the store and I was buying snack for myself and the kids. So instead of me buying for all of them, because they add 5 peso, 5 peso, 2 peso, 5 peso. And at the end of the transaction, they walk out of there with $1. Not a big deal to me, right? Not a big deal. But it gets to the point of the principle of the fact. So instead, I just grab, I always make sure I have 10 50s. I always have 10 50s. I always have 10 100s. Always with me. Always. If I don't have them, I go to the bank and get them. Or I go somewhere at the feed store and get them. So I tell them this, because here's the reason why. When you take kids out, they always want something to snack on. So you give them 50. Here's your 50, here's your 50, here's your 50, here's your 50, here's your 50. So you give them whatever, 10, 15, 20 bucks for all the kids. Go get your snack. So they can go get their snack and they're charged, and they can get more value for the long run than I can get. And I felt sorry for the kids. Ours says, Daddy Tom, I pay 5 peso for this in town, and she charged you 30. I go, what? She charged you 30 peso for this bag of Cheetos, or not Cheetos, cheese something. And I can go get those for 5 or 10 peso, depending on the size bag. She said, I just bought some at school. It's 5 peso. I go, really? She goes, yeah. And then Heejin said, yeah, at CMU, the college, I buy these for 20 peso, and she charged you 40 peso. I said, how you know? She says, well, I saw her ringing it up. So, hiding. You may be asked to hide, so you'll have to hide. Now, how much money is it? Some people won't care. It's not a big deal. Okay, whatever. But after a while, after you're here for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, no big deal. 4 years, 5 years, no big deal. 6 years, 7 years, no big deal. But you get here like 9 years. I'll be 9 years here in March. It will get under your skin, especially when the kids tell you, "Heck, I just went to the thing," and I go, "What do you mean they overcharged me there too?" "Yeah, they overcharged you for that shawarma. That shawarma I buy for this amount." So I tell them, "Okay, here, kids, go get the food for us, bring it back here, and we'll eat it at this restaurant." So that's what they do. I grab kids, go get stuff at these restaurants that I like, and they'll bring it back to this restaurant, which is usually Ollie's, and I'll sit and eat in their kind. Ollie don't care. He don't care. I want quesadillas. He don't have quesadillas. And I tell him that. I want quesadilla. You don't sell them. So he started selling quesadillas. Because you got to give the customers the value, right? Now it's the number one selling item on the menu. Go figure, right? So you think about stuff like that, and you think about how you we bought a couch and chair here. And the couch and chair was 10,000 peso. It was quoted to them in front of me and Ruth. And I said, "Ruth, go back and you go buy it and see if you can negotiate a price." She negotiated it down to, she said $40. Well, $40 is $40. I don't know about you. $40 mattered to me. So she negotiated this couch cheaper because they had forgotten they were with me, or she talked to a different person. So they were going to actually make $40 extra on me. Now, $40 to someone can make or break someone's food for the month, because you can buy rice for that. You can go buy rice and viand for the month for a family of 5, So hiding here is a norm for foreigners. I know for me, Ollie's done it. Jim's done it. Because Jim says, "I don't know how many times my wife has told me to hide." And I know my wife tells me all the time to hide, because Jim reminded me of it last night. He also reminded me of the birthday thing. Why is it in the Philippines you have to make food for everybody else and nobody makes you food? They make the food whenever you go to their parties, right? But it's like this. It's like this. It's a different culture, different nature, different time, different times. They do things completely different here. It's not a bad thing. You just got to get used to the culture. And you get used to paying overcharge. So you get used to getting charged a couple bucks more here, a couple more bucks there. But when you make your big purchases like TVs, refrigerators, couches and chairs and things like that, even a car, have them go buy it. If you don't feel comfortable having a car put in your wife's name, I have a friend that bought a car. He had it put in his wife's name. He came here about 6 months prior to that, and he wanted a Toyota. And so there was this particular Tundra he wanted here. And it was their version of the Tundra. So he went and got a price, and they quoted him a price. Then he went back to the States. So he told his wife, I said, "Okay, I'm going to send you the money over. I want you to buy that Tundra. So when I get there in a couple of months, you'll have it, and we'll have it," because it takes 2 months for them to get the paperwork done and get the Tundra done and this, that, and everything. Because you don't want to finance it. Because if you finance something here, it's going to eat you alive. So he did. He gets it. And she saved $10,000 by her buying it herself. Him, $10,000 more than what she bought it for. That's how much it matters. So when they tell you to hide, your Filipino tells you to hide, it's hiding for a benefit. Because Ruth has done that to me so many times I cannot see straight. We've learned the hard way. Hide! So automatically I run to the bathroom. All she has to word say hide. We're on. R laughs all the time. And R say, "Hide, Daddy, hide." God bless everybody. I'll see you guys next time on Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures.